I walked into the gym that day feeling every bit of nervousness and excitement. The sounds of gloves hitting leather, crowds cheering and shouting, and the smell of sweat and tiger balm filled the air. I had been waiting all day, stretching, warming up, pacing myself back and forth, trying to calm down, and I was confident that I had done enough to prepare, but I still couldn't stop overthinking every possible outcome on how my first fight would play out. After watching two of my teammates perform, it was finally my turn. They announced my name, and my heart felt like it was about to jump out of my chest. I began to put on my gloves, my shin guards, and I remember I had a headgear that was about a size too big. I look over across the mats, and I couldn't help but notice the size difference between me and my opponent. He didn't necessarily tower over me, but he was a bit thicker, and it was visible to see. And on top of all of that, it felt like everybody in the crowd was cheering on for him. These are not ideal situations to be in for your first fight, but my coaches made sure I didn't worry about that. Remember to have fun was the last thing I remember hearing before stepping out into the ring. When the first round started, I came out absolutely on fire. Adrenaline had taken over. I was feeling myself, I can't lie. Unfortunately, that only lasted for about 2 minutes. The second round started, and I couldn't help but notice how heavy my legs felt. My opponent quickly turned the momentum. He was heavier, stronger, and he had the support of what felt like the entire world cheering him on. What started as a burst of energy for me turned into me trying to keep up, and if you know anything about fighting, that is a terrible look to the judges. Every exchange in the second and third round slowly turned into me just trying to keep up. The final bell sounded, and I was exhausted. There was no dramatic comeback, no cinematic victory, no Hollywood Rocky moments. It was just me, exhausted, sweaty, sore, and frustrated, adjusting my oversized headgear, knowing I just lost. I approached my coaches and teammates, and they greeted me with congratulations regardless. They asked me how I felt, and weirdly enough, I told them that I felt this giant feeling of relief. I was happy to go through with something that I said I was going to do. I stepped in there, fought someone that had many advantages over me, but I didn't get discouraged. Instead, I accepted the challenge, and that was something to be proud of. Following through with my commitment meant more than a win that I thought I needed. It would have been nice to get my hand raised and get a shiny, fancy medal, but this loss taught me that losing does not define you at all. What defines you is how you respond after. The community that I made training Muay Thai absolutely would not let me pout about this loss. My coach asked me, "Did you have fun?" And I answered yes. The experience reminded me how important it is to live in a moment. You gotta accept the good, the bad, and the ugly because there's a lesson in everything, even getting your butt kicked. Thank you.